At 10 after 7, LegacyRetirementGroup.com phone line. He is our pal, Congressman Mike Carey from Ohio's 15th District. Congressman, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for the time this morning. So you've been kind of cruising around the district, right? You're not in D.C. right now?
No, I'm actually in D.C. right now.
Oh, okay.
Was lucky enough to be back in the district last week, but obviously we've got to get this bill through and see what the Senate does and figure out what we're going to do on the House side.
Has anything changed there from our last discussion?
No, I mean, I think you and I covered it, a couple weeks ago, and so what we've got to do is the plan is, and I think Thune came out a couple days ago or yesterday, rather, saying that they're gonna have their package out of the Senate by within the next couple weeks, and you will have it to the president by July 4th. I mean, we've got to have it done by the end of July. So we'll see what the changes they make, and of course, I think what we'll have is within the House. We'll see, make sure that all the changes that the Senate does we'll get the votes in the House. There may be a conference committee. We'll see, but they're moving along just fine, and we'll see what happens here over this next week.
Yeah, I mean, keeping the tax cuts is, to me, it's priority one there, and I wouldn't think the Senate would change that aspect of it. And we could talk about politics, Mike, and Elon Musk being critical of the bill, and that's a different discussion. But and it's just good fodder for talk shows and some of the TV news outlets.
Yeah.
But it's all about the tax cuts. So have you heard anything that the Senate is looking at making changes on this?
No, I mean, I think if you look at the and again, I mean, you and I talked about this last week. I mean, if we do nothing, obviously there'd be a 23% tax hike, on our taxpayers. Family of four average would probably be about a $1,500, almost close to $1,600 tax increase.
Yeah.
I mean, these are all basic things that we know. And the Senate's going to be looking at that. But I think what the Senate's got to do, there were a number of provisions within this package that happened within the last 72 hours, whether it was some of the IRA provisions, whether it was the work requirements as it related to Medicaid. All of these things changed within the last 72 hours, and I think the Senate's going to have a little more time to go through that. We'll see what comes back. But whatever changes the Senate makes, we've got to make sure that we have the votes in the House, and that way we can get it to the president.
Congressman Mike Carey joining me, Ohio's 15th District. You were in the district last week, and last week was really rough for Central Ohio law enforcement, Congressman.
Oh, absolutely.
Is the Morrow County Galleon, is that in the 15th there?
No, neither are. But listen, that's the thing. We've got 15 members of Congress, and I'll tell you, we're all part of Ohio, and we want to try to do whatever we can for our law enforcement. And so when these types of incidents happen, you've got to, and I don't care where it is, you got to support our law enforcement people, and we're doing everything we can. But really tough week.
Yeah, Morrow County Sheriff's Deputy Sheriff, his funeral is today. He was shot and killed on Memorial Day at a domestic call. You had the Mifflin Township cops that were shot at a traffic stop. One has been released from the hospital. One is recovering. It's Marysville cops that were shot at last week. And I had a discussion with a guest yesterday, and I don't know what's going on, Mike. If this is just a coincidence and just a confluence of bad timing and bad luck here with these bad guys shooting at cops. But when you and I were growing up, we had somebody in our lives that told us, hey, number one, don't break the law. Number two, if you do find yourself in an interaction with the police, comply. Do what they tell. Do it. Be respectful. Do what they tell you to do. And clearly, that message is failing to launch with some people.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. We've got, actually, the FOP is in town in D.C. This week. I think they're doing a meeting at the White House, and we'll have them in here in the office. But listen, this is a very tough job. And, we're seeing retirements. We're seeing people leaving the profession. And, we've got to do everything we can to support them. Obviously, we did what we can here in the House and Senate same way. But, you're right. I think, our dads or our stepdads, I had a stepdad, but, if I didn't do something right, he was the first one to jump in.
That's it.
And and if I wasn't acting properly, he was the one that course corrected me, so to speak. And I just I really hate to see this type of stuff, and obviously all of the sympathy to whether it's whatever county it is, but the Mifflin thing was really shocking and unfortunate.
Yeah. So our thoughts and prayers to all those folks and those agencies and departments, and they can move on from this. And I'll let you fly here, Congressman. I do see that there's some new premium seating coming to Ohio Stadium next season. I don't know if you saw this story yet.
No, I have not.
400 premium chairback seats in the north stands. Each seat will cost $6,000 for the season. So can I put you down for two, and you and I can go to a Buckeye game?
I'll tell you what, you can always put me down for two. That doesn't mean I can pay for it. But no, that sounds great. But I won't be getting one of those, and I don't think you will be either.
I for sure won't. I thought, you've got the connections. Maybe you could get something done for us. Congressman, always good to hear your voice. Thank you, sir, for the time. We'll check in again soon.
All right, sounds great.
Congressman Mike Carey, Ohio's 15th district.